Hey folks, welcome back to our video series working with slider components. In this one we're going to talk about the product carousel. So let's just jump right over and have a demonstration so we can see what we're talking about. All right, so here's an example of the product carousel. Basically it's a carousel component straight out of Bootstrap. Uses the thumbnail component, again, straight out of Bootstrap. And all we've done is we placed it in sort of the header of the page, and you can use it to display. It could be for products, it could be for other things. It doesn't really matter. All it does is it moves a series of thumbnails across the page, gives it a bit of a, like an item name, a price if you want to give it a price, and then a click for details. It's not a buy now type of component. It's just a cheater to get people interested in what's going on and get them to click on the call to action, which is the click for details button down below. So let's show you how to update this. I'm going to talk about a few things. Here we go, specifically how to add or remove items, how to change the image, the text, and how to change the button link. Okay. Now, if you've worked with carousel components and thumbnails in Bootstrap before, this is probably going to seem fairly straightforward. But let's just jump into our library folder, our sliders, and our product carousel folder. Let's open up the product carousel page right here. We'll see in the design view that there's an image, text, price, and a button. And that's all there is. It's a picture, it's a paragraph, it's another paragraph. In this case, we've used what we call the class of small red, although it may not be red. That's just a class description to use for pricing. And then the product or the click for details right here. And then we have the next picture and whatnot. If you look in the code view, you'll see that things are sort of grouped into, there's a first group of 4 products. If we take a look back at the product carousel, we see there's 4 thumbnails, right? Then you can hit the next button and another group slides into view here. So, with that being said, this is the first group, and you sort of scroll down and it has an ending. You can tell because we've got a closing comment, first group, and there's a little bit of a slash in the word in front of the word first, which indicates that that's the closing part of the tag. Right? Then we have the second group, scroll on down, and then the closing tag. Okay, inside each group, it starts with a placeholder. Don't edit that. It's just a blank thumb. It gives a little bit of space on either side. Then we have the 4 items. Item 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, each item has, like I said, the thumbnail, the item name, a price, and a click for details button, which that's what you actually see in the page. So let's start off with the obvious. If you want to add or remove products, just simply, I suggest you go into the code view. If you want to add another group, grab the entire second group, copy it. You didn't see me there, but Control-C in your keyboard. Right after this second group, comment tag, hit the Enter key, give yourself a little bit of space to work with, and paste. Right, and then I'd probably just try and, as a reminder, third group, and scroll down, and third group, although you don't need to know HTML to do this. It's just a good idea when you're in the code view to update the comment tag so you actually know what you're looking at as you're scrolling up and down the page. Okay. Once you've done that, then everything else we can actually do in the design window. If you want to get rid of something, easy, just grab the item you want to remove and get rid of it, just like that. Okay. It'll probably look best if you can keep 4 items though. Okay. With that said, let's actually show you how to update the product carousel from this point on. Like I said, there's just 4 items. To replace an item, we're going to add some new pictures into our images folder right here. We've just got like thumb 1, 2, 3, 4 through 8 and a few other things. So let's take a look at our assets folder and drag some new pictures in here. There I've got my products folder and I've just created some new pictures here. I'm just going to grab all of these and drag and drop them in. Now you may want to know what size to create for your pictures. Pretty much it's going to be the same size for all the products. We're not going to go changing that a whole bunch. If you select an image, it will tell you though. If you select an image in the images folder up top here, it tells you it's 150 by 120. And if you're still working with an older version, like say SharePoint Designer 2007 or something even older, I really suggest you get Expression Web 4 now. It's free. It's a great program. It'll be around for years as far as I can tell because it works with HTML5 and it also works with CSS3 nicely. So, you know what? You might as well go and get it. It doesn't cost you anything and you get the latest software. So anyways, your picture thumbnail size 150 by 120. We've created replacement pictures 150 by 120. I'm just going to drag and drop them right into the images folder. okay, and they're named whatever I named them, using the proper naming sequence for pictures to be used on the internet. All lowercase. If there's more than two words in an image name, I've connected it with a hyphen. I've used numbers and no punctuation. Okay, so to replace an image, let's just start off with the first product. You just double click on the image to open up the picture properties. Click on the browse button and then go to your library, sliders, product carousel, images folder, and then pick the product that you want or the item. You know, you may not be selling something, you may be using it for something else. It doesn't matter. In this example, we're just going to select the baseball JPEG, click open, and OK. To make sure that this is responsive, we're going to double click and go to the Appearance tab and then deselect the Specify Size. Okay. To change the item name, just click on item name, and what I like to do is just click on one of the words within the item name, hit the paragraph tag button up here, my quick tag selector, and then type in new name. Same with the price. Click in here, click onto the small red, and then $49.09. Of course, when I did that, it got rid of the nice small red style there. So let's try that again. No, it's not going to work. Okay, so the reason that's happening here, we're losing our class. It's a small class, and what that does, it actually just reduces the size of the font just a titch, and it's actually a bootstrap style that's included. So maybe what you want to do is leave the price and then just go into the code view and update the price manually. It's the one noted in black. You see you've got the small class of red here, and then you've got the price, and then you've got the small. It may just go in there. If you knock out the small class of red, it's not going to be the end of the world, right? As you can see, it's just a slightly smaller font size. That's just one of the nice things about Bootstrap is you can actually just have everything in a paragraph tag and then a class, apply the class of small to something, and it just reduces the size just a titch without adding other markup to the page. But obviously the design window here is not going to play well with this when we use the quick tag selector. I mean, unless you sort of grab the first four things here, leaving the $sign, and then type in the, yeah, that'll work just well right there. So when you're changing, if you're keeping the price, just select the digits, leave the price tag in place. There we go. But for the P tag up here, I mean, I just want to make sure that you keep whatever you type in there retains the P tag, and the easiest way to do that is just to select the P tag, new item info, and keep it short and sweet so it fits too. I mean, you don't have a lot of room to work with, and there's not enough room for like a paragraph in here, so keep the item name to 1 or 2 words if you can, and then the price is going to be the price. So if you can stick to that sort of format, that'd be great. So finally, after that, there's just the details button, the click for details. Just a regular button. If you were to right click on it, select hyperlink properties, change the name if you want to. Click for details is a pretty good call to action, right? You just need to find a page to link to. It's not linked by default. It just links to the old pound sign. But you'll need to just link it to whatever page you want it to link to so that people can go to that page, find out more about the product, and then make a purchase decision from there. And that's really all the product carousel does. It's just a call to action tool that gets people to see maybe some new items or some items that are on special, something you want to move quickly or sell or bring attention to, and it gives them a link directly to that page that has more product details about that information, maybe even a product purchase page as well.